Hello everybody, Ben Rogers here, the Raptors Digest, reacting to the Toronto Raptors 125-113 victory against the Charlotte Hornets. Riker, how we feeling about this game? A monster win against a team that we are very close to in the standings. Gary Trent Jr.'s back. We're looking good. We had a little bit of a bench going here tonight. This is a game that makes a lot of Toronto Raptors fans happy. Got a lot of people in the chat ready to go. How we feeling on this one, Riker?
Bank was open. For what? Points? No. 3-pointers? No. Technical fouls, sir. The refs were throwing them out in this game. Some deserved, some not. Some felt personal. I don't know. Somebody was a little sensitive on the ears tonight. They were not putting up with language in this one, Ben. That was my big takeaway of this game. But also, it was pretty neat. Obviously, the Charlotte Hornets are a couple games above 500. Close enough in the standings. I think they were 6th or 7th before tonight. So good matchup, good victory for the Raptors. They almost let a lead slip, but they managed to sort of coast along throughout most of the game, which is good to see them not play typical basketball, game of runs style basketball, which is what is frustrating to watch. So have the floor, sir.
Yeah, for sure. People are complaining about the internet. Hopefully this is going well. Everything
mine?
looks green. I think it's mine. They're saying Newfoundland, so it's. We'll see. We'll see what's happening. There's technical difficulties here potentially, but lots of techs, as you mentioned, happening in this game. Champagne Poppy thrown out early in this
all right.
one, which I thought was surprising. Who's this? Clayton Cruz saying you get a tech, but the refs have obviously been a big story in this one. Usually I'm the one bringing it up, and then you're supporting them. But it was a little bit tight whistled here tonight. But despite that being the fact, when the game's a little bit gritty and you need some outside shooters going, Gary Trent Jr. is a guy that you want to have on your squad. And tonight, a season high for Gary. 32 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds, splashing some threes, some late in the shot clock midi fadeaways for Gary Trent Jr. Got a fresh cut. Obviously, last season when Norman Powell got the fresh fade, Riker, that's when his game was taken to a whole nother level. Gary Trent Jr. now with the new look and do. How we liking this new and improved Gary right now?
I thought he came out with that kind of top dreads, that J. Cole in the African League style haircut. I thought I was a little bit superstitious. Not superstitious, just a little stitious, Ben. But I thought maybe it's the hairdo that's throwing off that shot form. It's making him imbalanced. Obviously, more joking than anything, but something did have to change because he was really inefficient over the last couple of games. Tonight, you see the resurgence of Gary Trent Jr., who shot 50% from 3, had 11 field goals on the night, 32 points. Should we expect to get it every day, night in, night out from Gary Trent? Absolutely not, right? He's kind of a hot and cold shooter, but hopefully this is one to build up his confidence because he wasn't even really looking for baskets the same way over the last couple of games that he did at the beginning of the season. So nice one for him tonight.
Yep. Big game for Gary Trent Jr. We see the value of having that sort of, obviously with Fred VanVleet out especially, having a guy that can space the floor for you because Gary brings a dimension to this team that outside of Fred VanVleet is lost among some of our players, right? Obviously, OG and Pascal Siakam can create their own shots, but they more so doing it with athleticism, with lots of dribbles, using their physiques, using their strength on smaller defenders and quickness on bigger defenders to get to the rim. Gary Trent Jr. is a lot more finesse, a lot more shake and bake, some step back, some fadeaways in the mid-range, so you'll love seeing that extra dimension of shooting, especially late in the shot clocks. But Riker, we had a lot of guys ball out, and Spicy P himself, Pascal Siakam, he has been a complete baller lately. As you point up, the 1 rebound away from a triple-double. This man has been robbed, has been stolen of triple doubles. He's not like Westbrook trying to get the stat padding. Nick Nurse wouldn't keep him out there for the last few minutes, and I'm kind of happy he did. Those moments always freak me out because the basketball gods always like to turn the tides on coaches trying to finesse their team stats. But 24 points, 12 assists, 9 rebounds for Pascal, 9 of 16 from the field, efficient midi spins, finishes around the rim, hit 1-3, and I like that Pascal Siakam is playing his game inside out. Now, also, his passing has been something that you've been bringing up on a lot of the pods, Riker. It's been getting better and better and better, and now it's at the point where he's getting consistent triple-doubles. People were hating on Spicy P, but he has shushed them all, Riker.
Yes. Including Josh. I haven't tuned into his live streams, but obviously
he has been quiet. The Siakam hater has been.
He's been shushed. Ben, it's great to see. To me, he's our all-star. Hopefully he gets in. Freddie obviously has been good. He's been bad. He's been consistent across the stat line board getting those numbers, but it's been at the expense of a ton of shots. Like he's probably averaging 16, 17 threes per game over the last 2-3 weeks. And byproduct of that is we need him to shoot because a lot of the time the ball's in his hand at the end of late shot clocks and the end of possessions. But Pascal Siakam, he's been doing it efficiently, getting those assists, great numbers from him. The next guy we got, an OG, pretty similar stat line too. Our starters really balled out in this one, right?
Yeah.
But I want to. What?
The whole squad was balling out tonight, Riker.
But specifically one person we haven't seen in a long time, Ben, and we can't go any further without bringing up this man's name. I've said we need to get him back out there. It's tough because when you have a father sounding off, do you appease him or do you make a statement and make him sit on the bench even longer? Of course, we're talking about Malachi Flynn, Ben. He finally got a couple minutes. I thought he did all right with those minutes. A little bit handsy, I guess, getting some fouls, but not as bad as Banton. Did shoot the ball pretty well, especially for being cold over the last 10 games of inactivity, 15 games of inactivity, Ben. What'd you like from him or not like?
Well, I love Malachi Flynn, the Crimson Flynn sanity, but we do have another legend. A legend in Malachi Flynn came back, and Marcel Martin's back in the chats. I know he's popping into old Joshy Ice's watch-alongs, but he's questioning, will the bench get more minutes, Riker? And after tonight, some strong performances, as you mentioned, from Delano and Malachi. I think in Nick Nurse, because we need that backup guard. We just need it, especially the load Fred VanVleet has had to take on as of late. Just having one guy that can sort of create shots, get some buckets, it's going to be huge. And, we'll compare the two guys tonight, but Malachi Flynn owns LaMelo Ball, Riker. If you recall to preseason last year, he had his most. You and I were, we never overreact to preseason games. We don't overreact to anything, Riker. But we were calling him the next Steph Curry after the 2 times he finessed LaMelo Ball in those preseason games. Obviously, it's been an up and down ride for Malachi Flynn, but tonight we did get to see some of his skill set on display. He can blow past defenders at times. He has a nice looking jump shot. They go down occasionally, and it's positive. It's a huge thing for Malachi to get his game rocking there. And apparently we were a bit frozen, but it's back now. So hopefully get the freeze rocking. But Malachi Flynn's got to heat up this stream, hit up this computer. But Eric Flynn, someone mentioned a Facebook post about Eric Flynn earlier today. I know he was frustrated with Nick Nurse calling Nick Nursey treating Malachi Flynn like a dog, but he got his opportunity tonight and was able to run with it. But who do you feel had the better game in this one, Malachi Flynn or Delano Banton?
Malachi Flynn, to me, played the better game. Similar stats. Malachi Flynn actually out-rebounded Banton. I just think his form is a little bit better. Right, obviously, I see more potential in Banton, and I'm hoping Malachi Flynn is the guy that gets dealt at the trade deadline, maybe with some other guys, and flipped into perhaps a stronger, more veteran presence off the bench. Right, that'd be the dream situation. Obviously, in order to trade somebody, other teams need to see what they're out there doing. It just seems like, Flynn is not a bad player. It's just we're going big, right? That's the style of basketball that we're shifting towards. And we already have our small guard and Fred VanVleet. So I wouldn't mind getting a couple more games out of Flynn and then flipping him over to some other team. And that's not in I want him off the team. I just think he's maybe our most marketable guy that we could trade.
Yep. No, for sure. Tend to agree with you, but I wouldn't mind Malachi Flynn getting some more opportunities just so we see what we can get out of him, because obviously the Lowry and Fred VanVleet comparisons, just being a Raptors guard that was brought in by the team, right? You're going to get those, and he has looked good for moments. So if the three-point shot just could get a bit more consistent, especially on the nights where he's a little bit off, being able to do those other things when the shot isn't going down, that's going to be a huge thing for Malachi Flynn to develop and fit this Raptors system, because when Delano Banton's struggling, he still tips the ball, he's still super long, he's athletic, his passing ability has been something to behold this season, and how many assists? I don't know if he had a crazy assist game tonight.
They tied 3-3.
Yeah, 3-3, but Delano Banton has had nights where he just drives into the lane and throwing those flip passes. I know you're not a big fan of the flashy passes, but I like Delano Banton. Scotty Barnes throwing a few things out there.
Never said I'm not a fan. I said I wasn't a fan that he missed a simple post-up feed. And he's making the most of his minutes with the 905. I don't know what their record is. Last I checked, they were 6-0. They might... Oh, this last season.
Yeah, they've been killing it, the 905 squad, if you're pulling up that stats up there. But, Riker... There is an award that we have to give out, so I want to get a little drum roll going while you're searching up that stats, because tonight, the Scotty Barnes Award. The Scotty Barnes Award might be a bit controversial tonight. It's going to Scotty Barnes on the bench with the big turtleneck going. I don't know what the fit he was rocking, but it definitely caught my eye. No, it's not going to a Pascal Siakam triple-double. Tonight, the criteria is best dressed in this game. Fred VanVleet was competing with him for the Scotty Barnes Award in this one for the gray sweatsuit that looked pretty fresh, but Scotty Barnes fit just had to get this W there. But yeah, while you're finding that too, got Siakam, Marcel Martin saying Siakam greater than Jason Tatum. Big facts. Siakam's back to all-NBA form. That's a huge positive. The Flinisher. Ooh, I've never heard that nickname before. You got the Flinisher stat line up there in the 905 there, Riker? I see the
8-2. My God, that was so challenging to find. I had to go through 6 or 7 tabs on their website. All right, let me find stats here.
Stephen Wong. Fluid, we know. The Scotty Barnes Award. And little like spike going for Riker finding those stats, because 176 concurrent viewers. We got the channel memberships back. We got everything back and rocking. So positive stuff.
This is crazy. Number 1 team in the league right now in the G League ranks 21st in points per game, 20th in assists per game.
How's that possible?
I don't know.
Man.
All right.
No.
I finally found it. Did you know that? I'm thinking Antoine Jameson, but that's not who it is. Jody Meeks. Did you know Jody Meeks is on?
Yeah, he's back. Championship Meeks. I was gonna say it. If we lost this game tonight, we got to call up Jody Meeks and save us a champion back with the organization. We got some legends back in the chat as well. We took a little break from the live streams, but Marcel, Bueno Kitty's here. Monty Python, we got the whole squad out here. But
all right, 11 points. Hold
Yep.
up, they don't and 3 assists. It looks like 4 rebounds, 11 points, 3 assists. Whereas
For
Banton,
Flynn?
yeah, Banton is averaging 28.5 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists. So obviously the potential is great with this man. And that's the guy you would probably rather keep at the end of the trade deadline.
Yeah, well, Delano Banton's our guy. He's the player that you and I, especially after preseason, summer league, and the first month and a half of the year, I remember we threw out a poll. I think he's most people's guy, right? People were saying, what's the chances? Delano Banton playing for the 905 again, or the Rising Stars game? Now, obviously, he took a little bit of a dip in production, hit a bit of a rookie wall, but with those long arms and long legs, he's climbed over that rookie wall, and he is back to playing well, back to rocking out. So that's huge, Riker. And I do wanna shine some love, because I think we glossed over it just a little bit before we sort of swing into the segments. I want to have a nice final alarm in this one, because the chat is popping off at this point, but. I thought our bigs came out and played well in this one. Precious Achiuwa in this game had 9 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. I thought he did a good job at switching on to Miles Bridges at times, who can certainly be a handful, right? Had 22 points, but they limited him to 10 shots just because the preliminary defense was really strong. And I thought Precious had a big part to play in that. Chris Boucher, he has been huge for this team recently. We brought up a hypothetical trade in the last video. Definitely check that out if you haven't. And Boucher's value is making it tougher and tougher to even consider trading this guy in a potential move. But 12 points, 7 rebounds, an assist for Boucher, 2 steals, 2 blocks. I'm obviously our hole is at center. It's the thing we always talk about. But they've started to play a lot better on this team right here. And when they play well. When they play well alongside a couple of our main core group of players, we usually win.
Well, it was impressive too, Ben, was Plumlee. He was a big boy. He's a big lad.
Mm-hmm.
Only 2 free throws tonight. They only hacked them once, right? Yep. You'd think a guy that grabbed 4 offensive rebounds in the game is 3-4 inches taller than our big men, who's lingering underneath the basket, that on those catches that they'd have to resort to fouling him, but they were just getting up, challenging, contesting. I was impressed, Ben. Swing to the segments, grabbing the kazoo.
Go hustle for that kazoo. Shout out Monte. Shout out to everyone in this chat as well. Rocking out. But Riker, tonight, the spicy play of the day. There's a bunch of moments in this game that can happen and all that. Do you have one in mind in particular? Following this,
you're gonna have to take these ones away.
Okay, Spicy P came down the lane and had a couple of just moves where he was crossing people up, semi-spins. The spin is back to being something that's an effective maneuver. There was about a year and a half where obviously Spicy P gets called the Blade, regardless of if he's good or not. People love to just, it's a unique move by Pascal Siakam, even when he was playing really well and highly regarded across them.
It's not a unique move. The volume of usage of the move was unique.
Yep, it's a unique style of play Pascal Siakam has. But tonight, it's his semi-spins. It's just absolutely cooked up a bunch of players in the Charlotte Hornets, and it's great to see. He's got that sort of 5 to 7 footer, which you need, especially when playoff time comes around, right? Getting those tough shots and being able to knock them down. Kawhi was great at it. Obviously didn't use as many spins, but that was huge for Pascal Siakam in this one, right? We had I forget who it was.
Pause on that.
Yep.
Pause on that.
Yep.
The other thing too is, one, I wanted to make sure I remembered to say the spin was out, and now the spin, Ben, is in. The spin is in.
The spin is in.
The spin is in. And Ben, there is a lot of technique in doing a spin move, because if you're going full speed, right, there's a lot of footwork, because an effective spin, you need to kind of drop step around the guy, right? You kind of need to get your foot behind his, right? You can also spin and not actually create any space. You're just kind of going left to right. That seems to be the difference. He's tightened up his ball handling, and he's not just moving around. He's getting past his defenders. Wanted to comment on that.
Yep.
Continue on.
No, for sure. And it's just a testament to Spicy P. And OG Anunoby, I thought, really quiet 24 points in this game, but knocked down some threes, had some really tight finishes. The Raptors are doing a good job at just lobbing that ball into whether it be Precious or OG down there, and he was playing some bully ball down in the paint. So shout out to OG Anunoby for just silently being a beast. Had a quiet game in the last one, quiet low numbers and just a poor statistic performance in the previous one, and came out and showed out. But Riker, not all plays can be the Spicy play of the day, and some just make you say, oh, geez. And tonight, you already brought up the technicals. You brought up the hot teas. But the specific OGs, it's got to go to PJ Washington. Instigating, being a cheese head when it comes to picking at Champagne Poppy out there. Our guy, our hustler, our dog, getting a bunch of rebounds. The Raptors already short-handed, right? And then he's pushing him. He's elbowing him in the face. And Justin Champagne came down and was having none of it. Caught him right in the back. A fight almost instigated. Definitely made me say OG's watching the screen. Are you surprised that they threw both of those guys out?
Yeah, I was definitely surprised that they were quick to the trigger with the technical fouls, Ben. This was a weird that you don't see technical fouls too often, let alone 4 in this game. There was one on LaMelo. one on Washington, one on Banton, one on Boucher. I might even be missing one. There might have been 5. Like there was just they were.
Yeah, and Bridges may have got one. Bridges definitely got one.
So definitely 5.
Yep.
5 T's.
Yep.
Crazy.
And surprisingly, none for Nick Nurse, the technical foul king, the king of tech. So I don't know. It's weird. The refs, they just kill me, man. They're hurting my soul this season. Probably the worst ref season of all time. But Riker, you got the kazoo out. Start blowing that golden kazoo. Because tonight, oh my goodness. Yeah, because I've continued to not add the golden kazoo animation to this for some reason. So we have to do the manual music to get the infamous, the one, the only Paul Pierce Golden Kazoo Award of the night. Do you have anyone in mind for this game? I have a little one I want to throw out, but I'll see if you got a bigger one.
No, go for it.
And it's kind of a mean one. It's probably it's a bit mean, but
all right.
Svi Mihailuk got in for 3 minutes. End of this game, missed 2 wide open corner threes. Completely open at the end of the game. He's supposed to be our 3-point shooter, and he's played his way out of the rotation. And you get 30 minutes. You get 2 wide open corner threes. I know Marcel was in here arguing that Svi Mihailuk needs some more minutes. And in theory, he's a great player. He can, in theory, shoot and get to the rim and do all that sort of stuff. He's a hustler. He does all this, but he's been tough. Yuta Watanabe tonight also didn't have a strong game, in my opinion. Knocked down 1 3, which is nice to see. But other than that, did get 5 rebounds, but 3 turnovers and 4 personal fouls. Outside of Flynn and Banton, no one really caught my eye that much off the bench.
No, that's fair. But listen, 1 is better than 0, and also we had no Fred, no Scotty, unless you already said that. I was distracted otherwise, Ben. But it's time for the final alarm. Don't know if you have that animation loaded up.
We got that one.
Let's go.
Woo, 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 woo.
Beep, beep, beep.
That's right. The final alarm has sounded. And it feels right. The Raptors are winning. We got the chat out here popping. People, the squad is out here rolling, as is tradition. Get a little like spike going in honor of the final alarm. We want to see what people have to say. And Blano Kitty's out here saying Sfiji. Dude is more like squeegee waters now.
What? What?
Squeegee. Little squeegee. F. Turner and his old knees. Does Turner have old knees, Riker? That's what Chico KU is saying?
Oh.
Is he that old? I know he broke his wrist last season. He was on my fantasy team, but I don't think it's Miles Turner, I'm assuming.
Why are we talking about Miles Turner?
I'm reading the chat records. It's the final alarm, sir.
I'm trying to find a concluding remark, Ben, so you can carry the conversation until I found one.
Okay. But lightning bolt should go to Washington Wizards for blowing a the Wizards lost? The Golden Kazoo? Shockwave is saying that the Wizards lost. That is huge. That is huge because we're competing with them. They had they had a monster lead when I looked at it before going on.
Allow me to check.
Yeah, give that a look. I can't check anything because Riker's out here. Riker's got the stats ready to go.
Wait,
if I touch anything,
didn't play
the
tonight,
Wi-Fi
did
will
they?
break me. But
I don't think they played tonight.
They played the Clippers. I was following it. The Celtics absolutely dominated.
I couldn't see their logo. They somehow lost. Okay, so, that is hilarious. Okay, so first quarter 32-23 for the Wizards.
Yep.
Second quarter they put in 34, Clippers 13. So I guess it would have been 66 to 36. So they were up by 30 at half. Then the Clippers scored 40 and 40. They won 116-115.
That is tough. That is tough. That is absolutely
hilarious.
Brutal, Riker. And my chat has disappeared. But I don't know what's happened. You might have to carry this chat going here now. But the Wizards, they're a team that we're competing with. They're a team that has obviously a lot of guys on their roster. Bradley Beal in particular. I know after Bradley Beal's comments, people were commenting maybe potentially bringing Bradley Beal back to Toronto. He's made a few shining remarks on the Toronto Raptors team this season, so that's something we do.
They want Malachi Flynn.
They want,
let me tell
they
you.
want Malachi Flynn. If they want that squad there, then I do Beal for Flynn. I got my thing back rolling here now too.
You know what we forgot to do is like Spikes and subscribe because we're
have we hit
we're at 22, Ben.
Are we at 22K?
We're at 22.
We hit 22K. We are getting a hoodie. I added the balloons, but it's not green screened out. I'm so sad.
Oh, yuck.
And the hoodie will be coming. We're in a transition phase with the YouTubes, with the computers and all that. But shout out to everyone. The Raptors are back. We're up to 22K.
Like this video for getting to 22K officially and knowing that you might be in the running if you're a subscriber for a pretty sexy looking sweater. That's kind of a sweater / jersey combination made by a very talented designer.
For sure.
Connor Westcott saying, need a Gary Trent Jr. watch segment. Not anything to do with trades or anything, just because he's sexy.
I like that. The fresh cut. I'm liking it. That's huge. And when I got cut off, there's a few chats I wanted to go on behind on the chats, but Migs also, Ramirez said, we're his fave Raps podcast. Shout out to you. Appreciate that.
Wow, shout out. Everybody's getting hyped on the 22K. I'm getting hyped. You're getting hyped. There's also, I noticed the emojis are back. The memberships are back. I see a lot of Tom Duke, Paul Blunt, a lot of the
legends.
The album. What do you call that word?
The Leafs?
Album.
Emblems.
What do you call those? Emblem. The emblems.
You were a COD guy back in the day, Riker. Come on.
The emblems have changed to gold. These are now 3-month members. Genfro. Oh man, all the legends in here tossing out the old fake Jake emoji, celebrating the 22K. There's a sweater coming, Ben. Correcting me.
To subscriber.
Emblems.
The emblems. The albums. The day is darkest, always before the dawn. Or what is it? The dawn is darkest, always before the day, guys. The dawn is darkest, always before the day. What's our road to?
Race Daily. Shout out.
The legends are in here with the emojis. We apologize that disappeared. We had to add that back, adjust some stuff. So definitely join the channel membership because it's popping off. Got the emojis going.
Jaydeep Singh Alag was saying the Wizards blew an 8-point lead in the last 30 seconds.
Wow.
Yikes.
Oh my God.
I hate to be the Wizards Digest right now.
Oh, I love that. I love the Raptors opponent team sucking. Unfortunately, the Celtics. Hopefully, the Celtics blow a 40-point lead against Sacramento. That would make me very happy. Luke Kennard hit 4-point play to win the game. That is the greatest thing I've ever seen, without a doubt.
Very excited to watch that.
Albums are discs that have music on them. Discs. I only know my Apple Music record. That's a whoa. Big super chat. Do you see that? Do you see that come in? Gotta get this. Apologize. I'm a bit haphazard trying not to break the computer. But Derek McCurdy with the big super chat. Congrats on 22K subs. Way to go. Love the Raptors Digest OG member. Derek, you're a legend out here. Obviously, a guy that's been in the chat forever. Rocking out. We appreciate you for the big super chat. And Bueno Kitty coming in as well. Got to keep the super chat animations rolling. Hey, can Fake Jake win the prize again and ban him?
Well, Fake Jake didn't win the first time. The real Jake LaMette Johnson won the first time. Fake Jake just tried to sneak his way into a win.
What if he wins again? Man, that's that is that is wild. But we greatly appreciate it.
Shout out though Derek McCurdy, especially man. That's a crazy super chat. Shout out Bueno Kitty. Also, I just got a notie that Paul Blunt has been a member for 4 months. I don't know why Paul Blunt got singled out, but shout out to Paul Blunt as well. Things are cooking. And actually, we have a special announcement coming up on January 31st. Actually, we're going to be debuting it.
Don't say nothing yet.
I ain't saying nothing. I'm just saying it's a special announcement. All right, and it involves some live participation, perhaps. So that's we get right. We've been saying 1v1s. We've been saying different things. It might soon become a reality. So hey,
Spoiler alerts.
I ain't spoiling.
We might be underwhelming, whatever, but it's gonna be a hype. It's gonna be very, very exciting. We got a lot of crazy stuff planned. Now that the new laptop is here, folks, the Raptors are playing well, right? It's a huge, huge time. And whoa, Connor Westcott coming in with the red maple leaf, a new channel member. Thank you for joining the squad, Connor. We greatly appreciate it and seeing you pop up in the chats and stuff. So we appreciate that.
You've joined a very passionate bunch of members. I've never seen such passion in the member chats. Our fantasy is a bit off the rails. People are into it. I love it. It's only going to get bigger and better. So shout out. Welcome.
Yep. Welcome. And Riker, Tom Duke with the updated profile picture is asking for the spoiled milk emoji.
Are you sure? Was it
Tom
not always
the
this
golden
Raptor?
Leaf? Are you creeping this chat right now? Are you
Bro? I thought it was always the Raptor. I thought that's what it is in fantasy basketball, but I could be tripping.
He had like a nice pick going earlier, but I don't know.
No way. No, I was gonna say watching from North Korea. I read it's South Korea.
Pyongyang?
I don't. You can't be watching anything from North Korea. I think it's.
Shockwave is out here. He's out here hacking. He's ready
risking
to go.
Risking his life
for the chat, for the content.
Oh man, Racemo Daily is the real fake Jake. Shout out fake Jake. Throw up a J in the. A J in the
throw your J's in the chat. Get the super chats going. And Tom Duke, another channel member. Shout out Racemo Daily for the super chat. Shout out to Tom Duke for becoming channel member for 4 months. We love it. We greatly appreciate it. Celebrity Beer. 1 million
subs next. Yep.
Guys,
next giveaway is at 1 million subs, guys. So let's make lots of fake accounts because it's gonna be a while before the
next giveaway at 23K because y'all are goated. Everyone's back. I'm announcing it here now. That's one of the stuff. Matthew Winter from Australia. That's a
good day, mate.
Shout. Oh, I wish I had the bands emoji, but was he?
Good morning, mate.
Good morning.
Shout out from Brisbane, Australia. Not even an Australian accent. I'll embarrass myself no further. But it's a real pleasure to have international fans that are fans of the Toronto Raptors like us, because of course, it just shows that the community is out there globally. This has been a fun one. It's been off the rails. There is a giveaway at 22K. There might be a giveaway at 23K.
Might be.
Definitely 25.
Definitely 25. We got some crazy stuff. And in the chats, let us know. What are some things you'd like to see from the podcast? Some improvements, some type of videos. So we're getting creative. We're doing a lot of crazy stuff. We've revamped the setup. There's new possibilities now with the new computer. Some new folks going and whoa, I guess we need something for super stickers. We need animations for channel memberships and all that. But Tom Duke, you are amazing. Getting is that a pair? Shout out to all the purrs out there. Rick Rolls. Shout
out to Mr. Bro from Antarctica.
Tom Duke, the legend. Riker, I called it. It is a new profile picture. He confirmed it's a new profile picture in the chat. It was confirmed.
I don't have confetti to match that awesome, but I do have Q-tips, and I will throw some in the air like confetti just to match the spirit of the moment. That was about 500 Q-tips, so
man, you're gonna have to clean that up. You're gonna have to clean up those Q-tips. But Donald Fagan from Montreal. I'm back listening to my French podcast. My guy Adrian.
I just threw out all of my Q-tips. I'm gonna have to get some more Q-tips. I'll be right back.
Hide the lotion, Riker. We got another super chat coming in hot from Paul Blunt saying congrats on 22K. Watch out, fake Jake. Hide the lotion, Riker.
I got a new box of Q-tips.
You're breaking open a fresh pack. No, you're froze. Okay, we're good.
The super chats are coming in hot, and I got the confetti going in Q-tip form. This is a big night. A lot of celebrations, a lot of golden kazoos, a big mess to clean up after it. But hey, it's all fun. It's all fun.
Man, this is a
except for the
this is a
neighbors
W.
upstairs, of course.
People request fake Jake tier membership. Should we make $2,000 a month?
Oh,
we
man,
will fly to your house and do a podcast live from a space where we can.
People be really insulting my lotion as if they've never moisturized before, as if they don't have a part of their post shower routine. It's called skincare, and ASAP Rocky put me onto it. Fenty Beauty Men, so no shame here.
you got the family size lotion, Monte saying in the chat.
I'm a family sized man, don't worry about it.
I'm a family sized
Oh, listen,
Q-Fetty.
I have about 700 Q-tips at my feet on the floor. We've had super chats and super chats come in. Obviously, we're excited.
Why do we have balloons? We need to get Tyson's been the goat for making the confetti, or what is it, the balloons emojis or animations. Gotta get him to do one with some Q-tips.
Oh, one day we'll have a studio and we'll have a
skincare
and an editor, and it'll get even wilder. And that's probably the end of this one for me, Ben.
We got the melatonin kicking in.
Melatonin's kicking in.
We got the chat popping. This is a huge W. We gotta let this roll a little bit longer.
I can't help it. When the melatonin kicks in, it kicks in. Yeah, no. Guys,
how we feeling about that? We should ask one thing though.
We should what? Add one thing?
We should. We got some tank emojis back in here. People trying to tank. Add a live chat to the screen. That's one thing that could be cool. Joshy Ice got the live chats popping on the screen, but Riker.
Yeah, Josh actually has a cool feature too. He'll accept calls at halftime. He'll get people to sound off. There's always a risk. You don't want people to come in swearing or whatever. But if there was a way to filter it, people are going to come in, keep it PG-13, then certainly could do something like that too.
Well, that's something.
Good morning from Pyongyang jail. Shockwave.
Shockwave, what? They got you. They got
him.
They got him.
That's just,
ladies and gentlemen.
That's the price you got to pay for watching quality Raptors content.
In Pyongyang, North Korea. Would you do Boucher for Kennard? John Cooper asks. He had 8 points in 30 seconds apparently.
I don't want to trade Boucher. I think he's a very valuable two-way player, and he just plays with such relentless confidence. There's not a lot of guys like that who will literally not be fazed by bricking shot after shot. He will huck it up, and eventually it'll go in. I love Boucher, man. I love it.
Boucher's a culture guy. I'm just worried he's gonna want like 20 million in the off season. But we saw Masai on the sidelines. Malachi Flynn. How do you think Eric Flynn's feeling? Should we get an Eric Flynn animation? I was thinking about that earlier today.
That's taking trolling a bit too far. Bit too far. Ben,
Eric Flynn, LeVar Ball.
Let's make like a present and wrap this one up.
I'm just trying to keep you rolling, bro. I'm just trying to keep you going. The chat is popping. Free Shockwave. Get those hashtags going. A little free like spike. If we can get to 100 likes, we're at 90 right now, Riker. We gotta get to 100. A little like spike.
Then I'm allowed to go to bed. Is that what you're suggesting?
No. I make the rules. I have the live chat going. People are out here like Spike. Like, you got to get the chant going if we want that rocking right here.
Ben, it's time to wrap it up. We have
Spike.
we've been the recipients of some generous benefactors this evening. Then
Yeah.
some huge super chats from our most dedicated members that we've come to know and love now through our Raptors Digest Fantasy Basketball League. And there's going to be a bunch more activities planned now coming up, especially January 31st. Big
Craziness.
drop, big debut. So be ready for that. End of the month, only a couple days away. And that's all I got. All I got to say about that.
Yep. No, for sure. And
we got 101 likes.
We got the 100 likes. I knew it would happen. The chat's out here popping too much. We love it. We appreciate all you guys. I'm seeing some feedback. I do want. Okay, I will let it go after this. Someone said we should figure out a way to do an Eric Flynn call-in interview. That would be actually awesome.
It would be really amazing if he could come on.
Get Eric Flynn a part of the Raptors Digest.
Calm FY. I've never seen him in the comment section before. Good comment. Good first comment. If this was your first ever comment. If we can get Eric Flynn, that would be legendary. I wonder what kind of things he would say. What kind of things we would say, because I feel like we would be like a little bit more professional, but like it almost needs to be just total anarchy and off the rails if he was on this. Like
yeah, well, we can message on Facebook, as Mr. Bro says. People are saying NBA Chev too. That'd be an interesting collab.
That's if everybody actually wants to just DM him and say, yo, check out Raptors Digest, and then we'll also follow up with a message, and then he'll have like ideally a bunch of messages coming in. He should notice them, like at least a couple, and consider it, to come on. Like that's what I would expect. Really if we had a couple people DM him. Yeah.
We don't know how to get in contact with people on YouTube.
Quantity over quality. We just have lots of people spam him, say, interview on Raptors Digest. We'll also reach out. Boom.
He seems he's a funny guy. Got the content. People are saying get profanity on the Raptors Digest earlier. I think not Donald Fagan. We're PG crowd. We push the boundaries with the milk and the fun animations. But Kyle Garospe. Can I pronunciate?
Yeah, I think that sounded about right.
Probably not. I'm gonna give myself the name. Oh, we don't have the name here just yet. But day one subscriber. Keep up the great work. We greatly appreciate that, Kyle. Lots of people here. Join this ride, and we're at 22K. 2022 is a big year for the Digest brand. Lots of big announcements coming over the next little while. January 31st, probably the first big one's gonna drop, but then things are gonna get hot and heavy. But that's huge. That's huge. Will Lou on Friday. People are saying call into the Will Lou show. We don't think Will Lou likes us, because we met him in person, and we were being friendly and like all that, and he just did not like the fact that we got more views than him on Yahoo Sports.
Well, yeah, I mean, like if you're a YouTube, well, we know this because we're familiar with Chev and all the other podcasts. Warwick Report, we did a collab on. If you're a Raptors YouTuber, the other ones. So by the time we did that shoe drop with Fred VanVleet, he should have been well aware that the Raptors Digest existed, and he was
not like nice to us. He was a very mean man. We were
very mean is a bit much. Very mean is a bit much. Just fair. Disinterested. I would say disinterested in any form of conversation we're playing.
Yeah, so it was interesting, but a bit of competitive spirit. That's the guy we were a little bit off put by. Everyone else we met there was really nice though. So shout out to Raptors community, Raptors Digest out here. Not to put the flames on anyone, but I don't know if we'll get accepted to any call-ins from the Will Lou show.
And you pronounced Kyle Garospe's name. That's pretty
nice.
Good job.
Thank you.
All right, Ben, sign her off. I got to get to bed and pick up 700 Q-tips before that, so big night ahead.
That's tough. But anyways, guys, you guys are the best for making this far. Check out the Instagram, the TikTok, the Twitter, especially the Instagram and TikTok. That has been popping off as the YouTube has been, we're gotten through the transition phase with the new branding and stuff. So, guys, y'all are the best. Check out the channel memberships now. We appreciate everyone that joined, everyone that super chat. We greatly appreciate it. It helps us out a big time. We're rocking out. But Anyways, folks, fun podcast. Lots of fun stuff coming. The merch will be back. That's another thing on our plate as well. Do you have any last words on this podcast, Riker?
Well, I must endure the presence of a few caterpillars if I wish to become acquainted with the butterfly spin. Good night. Cheers.